Okay. Okay, we are live. We are live. Alright, cool. Refresh that. Usual thing, start posting shit around. Alright, guys. I'm kind of sick, by the way. So, apologies if I sound fucking awful. Post right there. Post it there. And blah blah blah. Putting it there. And now I need to... That'll do fine, I think. Honestly, that might even be too low. You guys might not hear it, but that's fine. It's for me. Hey, baby.
Hello.
How you doing? Okay, so...
Hold on. I gotta open up the YouTubes.
You gotta open up the... Oh, yeah. You gotta...
Oh, yeah.
I suppose I could just share my screen directly here for people who want to see it, but...
I mean, it's whatever.
Does it even... Oh, it does show. Okay, cool. It does show what I'm doing. That's good.
What's you drawing, Sentai?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I am currently... Last time I did this, I just... kind of did whatever, to be honest with you. I didn't have any like specific thing I practiced with. I just drew whatever came to my mind. The only time I drew something specific was when Jacob asked me to do the devil card.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do a little bit of practice with maybe anatomy, but first I'm going to practice the face. I'm going to do the face of the guardsman that I made for the I'm gonna do the guardsman that I made for the closed beta Dark Tide. Hi Gungar. But yeah, I'm gonna do my I'm probably gonna start with my Dark Tide character, and then we'll just kind of see what's on, what I feel like after that.
Sup, Gumber?
Hi Gungar. This is my esposa in the voice chat with me.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I'm your esposa.
Hello, River.
Where? Oh, hey, River. Hey. I only saw you in one of the chats and not the others. How you doing, cutie? So... I guess we just... Oh, I should probably turn the opacity down a little bit, because this is going to be a sketchy face.
Sketchy face.
Or a sketchy lair, I suppose. I need to, like, move this stuff up here a little bit, just because of the really weird way that this... Oh god, the pen.
Ooh.
The pen's being difficult again.
I hate getting press ganged into shit. Especially when I'm sleepy.
I'm press ganged into a game of Sea of Thieves with some friends. Press ganged is a very good phrase to use there.
Mm.
Oh wow, that's awful. Okay. Thank God for Control Z, am I right? Actually, that's another... I should look at... Pixel size there is fucking ginormous. There we go, that's better.
You know, I could really apply Control Z to some of my recent life choices, I think.
All right. Control Z is something that everyone should have access to. For everything. Control Z is a universal benefit, dude. What is with me drawing circles today? I'm utterly convinced that press ganged into Sea of Thieves is a pun that you did on purpose. That's really clever.
Oh, is that what you're using, honey? Krita?
Yeah.
Ah, Bottle Cap says it's a nice drawing.
Oh, hi, Bottle Cap. I wouldn't know, if I'm being real with you, until very, very, very recently. I've been a pen on paper kind of guy, and even then, I haven't properly drawn in like a decade. I'm really rusty. So, these streams are to help me shake some of that rust off, as well as like get some actual practice with Krita as a program, and also this tablet, which I'm not used to at all. So, kind of sleepy. River, when did you go to sleep? When did you wake up? Your schedule is worse than Naomi's.
It is so nice to see you drawing again.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Don't you remember that was how you first wooed me?
Was it really? I wooed
Yeah.
you with my art?
Yeah, you used to do romantic little drawings for me. I always thought it was the sweetest thing in the world.
Well, there you go, guys. Learn to draw. And... well, history is kind of repeating itself. Because, like... that was also one of the ways I started hitting on River. Is I was like, oh, I can draw too.
Dude, I'm trying to be romantic, and you're just like...
yeah, fair enough. Alright, my bad. Relax.
NRE up in this
Ease up.
house.
No, it's just, I'm pointing out that apparently my tactics haven't changed in, like... God, when did you and I first start getting interested in each other? Like 15 years? My tactics haven't changed?
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, accurate.
Now I'm curious. I want to know, just for the sake of conversation, have your tactics changed? Actually, I think they have. I think your tactics have changed, thinking out loud.
Do tell. Do tell. I'm very curious.
Sorry. So, I don't think your tactics changed much when you wooed Jacob.
Okay. What were my tactics?
I mean, being a goblin, but we didn't have that terminology back then.
Fair.
Just
fair.
being a weird little sex goblin. Because you and I first got together whenever you or I guess we first like started getting interested in each other when you started hitting on me at the debate club, or the debate team like functions. Right, we had the debate team functions, and we had that really silly like competition on who could hit on the most people. And you basically used it as an excuse to hit on me.
No, I did not. You are completely misremembering. I did end up swooping in and trying to hit on that purple that you were trying to hit on.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I could tell you were bombing.
That wasn't going well for
me. But like, I was showing off for Daniel, because I wanted to be friends with him. And I was like really pissed off at Zach, but like I didn't even remember that was you until you told me about it later.
Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me.
Yeah, you want to know my first actual memory of you? Was when I walked into class, because we had McCart's class together. And
Right.
you and our buddy, our good friend, started making comments about my legs.
I do remember that.
That is my first memory of you.
God, that's so awesome. Guys, I was so cool.
No, it really wasn't. It was cringy as hell, and I had no self-respect.
Sometimes it's better be lucky than good.
Yeah, I didn't put that piece together until much later.
Bro. You're sitting here telling me I ain't got it going on. Remember, boys, the lesson here is that the women in our lives want to see us happy, but not too happy. They gotta check the ego just a little bit.
Well, yours gets out of control.
I know.
I gotta keep you humble.
That's part of my charm. People like it.
It has its moments.
I mean, it does. If by its moments you mean all the time.
All right. Well, so getting back to what we were talking about, if Sex Goblin was my tactics back then, how have my tactics changed? And why do you think that is?
Well, your tactics changed. Your tactics didn't change with Jacob, but your tactics changed a little bit with Owen. Because with Owen, you were like... With Owen, you stumbled into that like I stumbled into Naomi.
This happened through the tabletop RPG.
Basically, yeah. You bumped into that one, which like I can relate to, by the way. So don't worry, you're not alone as far as that goes. Bro, I hate the way the screen lines up sometimes. Dude, this shit is wild. Absolutely insane. I'm gonna have to like recalibrate this motherfucker again, which just kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's really hard to stay motivated to keep doing this when it feels like the tablet is fighting me the whole time. Oh, bro. Like, what is that, guys? Come on. Like, I get to the halfway point down here, and then it's like, oh no, your mouse is actually at the edge of the fucking... Like, look at all that fucking canvas that I, like, just don't have access to. What the fuck?
That is wild.
God, that pisses me off. I have no idea how to fix it. I have no idea where to even start to fix it. I don't even know how to Google it. How do I Google that problem? Like, what words do I put in to describe what the fuck is happening here?
What tablet are you drawing on, babe?
It is a, that's a damn fine question. Give me a moment. It is a Gaomon, Gaomon.
Repeat that.
GAOMON.
Thank you.
It is a PD1161.
Okay.
Yeah, Gunger. She was a goblin before it was cool. The goblin discourse, low-key, always annoyed me a little bit because people were like describing it like it was this new thing, and I've had a woman in my life who's been doing it since fucking day one. And I was like, you guys don't know, dude. You guys don't get it. Hi, Braddock. You probably posted that a while back. Sorry, I hope you have a good sleep. And if you come back and watch this again, I hope you have a good time. River says, I aspire to be a weird little sex goblin, to be honest. I appreciate it. At least I'm already familiar with how to handle one. Because Amy is one. Amy is the sex goblin. Jacob is like the male version of a sex goblin. It's actually kind of funny. But like exclusively for straight women, which is like his curse. He has literally like lamented to me before. He's like, man, I wish I was kind of gay. Just a little bit. My life would be so much easier. And I was like, and we tell him all the time. Amy and I tell him like it would be, dude. You should try it out. And he's like, oh no, I'm not. I know I'm not interested, and you know that's part of what makes it so tragic. And we're like,
Okay, so have you already calibrated it?
I have already calibrated it. I could recalibrate it. I could try it again. I don't see why not. Here, let's recalibrate it. Why not?
Because I'm reading a thing called How to Calibrate When Cursor Offset / Deviates.
And let me guess. Step number 1 is just calibrate again, loser.
No, they're calibrations for the style, like using the stylus. It's weird. Okay, I see what it's doing. Never mind.
Alright, we're calibrated again.
Okay.
You know, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
And it didn't fix anything.
No, I didn't think it would.
I'm okay, I'll be fine. The really annoying part is I can do it with my mouse. I can come down here and like... I can do things with my mouse. It's just, for some reason, the pen decides it doesn't want to cooperate. And I have no idea what to do with this. Maybe I'll get lucky and someone will like comment the answer in like a video at some point. Man, I don't even know what to draw now. It kind of took the wind out of me, if I'm being honest. Or not the wind, took the wind out of my sails. You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Here, let me pull up a reference. I'll try and draw something.
So...
do a little something for Logan, I guess. What's up?
Reading, it looks like a Krita manual. If you see that your tablet pointer has an offset when working with Krita Canvas, it might be highly probable that Krita got incorrect screen resolution from the system. That problem happens mostly when an external monitor is present, and when either a monitor or a tablet was connected after the system boot.
So what I'm hearing is I should open
Here,
up.
I'll link it to you. Just put it here. Paste. It's in your chat.
Okay, well that still isn't working. Okay, god damn it. Alright, hold on. I don't see it in the chat.
Your YouTube chat. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at it, and I do not
Okay.
see it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get snappy.
Hold on. Is gonna be in media and reference
Thank you.
Discord.
Mhm. Okay, so close Krita, open Krita, without using a stylus, that is using a mouse or keyboard. Press the shift key and hold it. Now touch. Touch a tablet with your stylus to Krita recognize it. You'll see a special dialogue asking for a real screen resolution. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Might not be it then. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, it's, god damn it, it's not. Bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, honey.
That's fine.
I see a whole lot of people asking very similar questions, but none of them have answers to them.
I just don't know why this is so frustrating and difficult. I just want to draw. I don't know why it has to be so complicated. Let me see if it is Krita. Let me open a different program and see if it does the same shit. No. There. Okay, so it's a tablet problem.
Okay.
Because it's doing the same thing with Paint.
Oh, yep, it is. Does your tablet have a left-handed mode?
I don't know. That would be very frustrating to find out because at the moment, in order for me to use it, it has to be plugged in a bunch of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, I have it set so that the plug faces where it has to go.
Mm-hmm.
If I flip it around and try to do it in some kind of left-handed mode, then I'm gonna end up. Hold on. Maybe I can make it work. Yeah, the cords are everywhere, and it's a pain in the ass, but whatever. If it works, it works. So we'll see if I can get it to work. Now let me go to the thing and see if I can flip this around.
Yeah. Left-handed mode was just something that came up in a couple of the answers.
Okay, well it's still upside down. Great. I don't know how to flip it to left-handed mode. Maybe I missed the menu. Oh, there we go. Turn it off, and then we turn it back on. Okay, so I guess I have it in left-handed mode now. So let's see if this fixes anything. I'm gonna be incredibly annoyed if that's the answer.
I doubt it.
Oh, now all my controls are inverted.
No.
What the fuck? Why? Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. And then, no, same problem. Exact same problem.
Oh, damn it.
Dude! Is this gonna become a fucking paperweight like the last one? This is insane. I'm so pissed off. You know what, guys? I'm gonna figure this out later. Give me a minute. Let me turn this off, switch to my second monitor, and we're gonna play something. I just can't. I can't with this right now. I'm gonna figure this out. Maybe tomorrow or something, or I don't know, man. Because it's just so frustrating. And it completely kills all desire to actually draw. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me put this tablet away.
Really sorry, honey.
That's fine. I just can't. I can't ever just have things work. I'm not allowed. And now my camera's there. We go. Okay, let's put this here. Let's black that out for a bit. It's fine. It's not your fault. This is incredibly frustrating.
I know, it is frustrating.
I just want to draw, and I just want to have a screen that I can draw on. Without any fucking drama, without any fucking bullshit, without any programming garbage that gets in the way. I just want to draw. If I could draw on a piece of paper and give myself Control Z, I would do that. That's all I want to do. Is just draw on something physical. And I'm not allowed. Because there's always some fucking thing that gets in the way. What am I even gonna do now? first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this background music off because I don't need it anymore. We're going to just play Destiny and just grind some shit out, I guess, because I cannot think of anything else right now. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of my complaining about it. I'm gonna just try and figure it out, guys. But I'm gonna figure it out later because I've hit the end of my patience here. Trying to figure it out on stream, not a good time.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. You tried to help me out. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
No, if you want my help, we'll figure it out later, okay?
Okay.
I like your ship.
Thank you. What am I even using and wearing right now? Okay.
The drip, dude.
It's my bonk build. I don't even know if I want to do the story stuff. I don't even know why I came in here. I'm not in the mood to do the story stuff. We're gonna just play, I don't know, Gambit? We're gonna play Gambit. Playing Gambit to pass the time is my version of how other people like jump into the Crucible. Very sorry for everyone in the chat who had to see me lose my cool there for a little bit. When technology doesn't work, it's like one of the very few things that just tilts me basically instantly. I'd like to imagine, especially compared to when I was younger, because when I was younger I was a very angry kid. I like to imagine I have my emotions pretty well under control. And I like to imagine that I'm pretty good at not letting myself get like really, really upset. But when tech doesn't work, especially when it doesn't work in a way that I don't even know where to start looking at how to fix it. Like, because if I can just Google a problem and get rid of it, I'm going to be annoyed. But like, at least I can Google it and fix it. But I don't even know where to start looking here. And when that happens, when tech does that, it just instantly tilts me. I go 0 to 100. Except maybe Gambit is slightly more better. You're playing Gambit is like me playing War Thunder, except maybe slightly more healthy for you. I certainly would like to think so. I mean, I don't remember that much of War Thunder, but I remember really enjoying flying around. I know that you do the ground combat stuff, but I like flying around in War Thunder. I thought it was pretty okay. I only ever did like low level stuff though, because I'm not very advanced in that game. But flying around is pretty relaxing, generally speaking. Once you get higher, it gets awful. Oh, like the higher ranks are like... Are they like full of sweat lords, or is it just that like everything kills everything else instantly, so like you don't even have the fun of like kind of playing around, and it's like, oh, I'm just driving my little tank around and then very suddenly I'm dead. Oh, let's handle that. Scorpius turrets have to get gone immediately. I hear another Scorpius turret. There it is. Yeah, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, what are you up to, sweetie? Hello?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was zoning out.
You're zoning out. Hey, you're allowed to
Yeah,
zone out.
I mean, I'm just like listening to, like, just listening and watching what you're doing because I don't know what to contribute.
That's okay. We're just vibing. Did you guys know that Amy used to relax when they came home from work by coming home from work and playing Darkest Dungeon? Which is just insane to think about.
It was like better than true crime.
Yeah, because you were the one committing the crime.
Yeah, and it was also eldritch horror,
No
so
idea why I sent the
two
hammer
birds,
that
one
way.
stone.
Your invader's dead. Sending him back.
Oh no, the invader didn't kill anybody.
Okay, it was a lot more fun than the shit I had to deal with at work.
I like how River's response to you coming home and playing Darkest Dungeon to relax is just psycho behavior. It really is very psycho-adjacent behavior.
Yeah.
Man, that guy took the hammer right on the forehead and didn't give a shit.
And then when I had to get stuff done around the house, I'd listen to podcasts about true crime and cults.
Well, that's not you being weird. That's just you being white.
Exactly. I'm
Alright,
just
where-
following White Girl to its logical extreme.
You're just sitting here like these. This is my culture. I'm literally trying to.
Oh
this guy.
no!
Oh, that's not who I thought it was gonna be. Where is this invader? Okay, he's gone. If anyone wants to ask me questions, I played the Darktide. I played the Darktide closed beta test, and I can tell you about what that was like. If anyone in the chat wants to know about Darktide. Where is this invader at? I have to deal with this guy. Oh, okay. I say I have to deal with him. He has. Oh, I don't have any special ammo. Oh no! Yeah, that sucks. That's unfortunate. What is Darktide? Darktide is Warhammer 40k Darktide. It is basically Vermintide, but you play it in 40k. You play as Inquisitor. You play as like inquisitorial goons. Like you're members of like an inquisitorial goon squad. And you like go into a hive and you fix problems by killing the swarms of like cultists and demons and like shit that have caused the problems in the first place. It's very fun, actually. Vermintide was basically that, but in Warhammer Fantasy, and they made it a very cool. It was like a hack and slash first person. There was like a first person hack and slash game. Because you're playing as fantasy characters. But because Warhammer 40k is, yeah, it takes place in the realm of 40k where there's like guns and shit. They took their really in-depth melee system from Vermintide, and then they included a they just did a full-on gun, you know, first-person shooter like system or setup or whatever. And so it's like an actual just whole ass shooter now, on top of using it's inspired. It's like older sibling games, melee combat. It's very fun. My only complaint is that it's not very well optimized. Optimization is pretty garbage, and optimization is pretty garbage, unfortunately, and a lot of the environments are really, really like busy in a way that doesn't work as well as I would like. I like Imperial aesthetic in designs, so it's not that they like did the Imperial aesthetic wrong. It's that they don't do a good job of actually like making the things that need to stand out very well stand out. Like if you play Left 4 Dead, for example, or Left 4 Dead 2, if you're in a dark, grim environment, things like special enemies and whatnot still have a tendency to blend, or still have a tendency to stand out, and resources still have a tendency to stand out, and like weapons still have a tendency to stand out. You never really find yourself wandering around a map going like, man, what the fuck? Where am I? I'm lost. Like, what's going on? But in Darktide, that does happen occasionally. Fortunately, there's like a ping system, so if you know where to go, you can tell your ally, you can like ping the direction for your allies or whatever. But like, it's pretty easy for special enemy types to like blend in ways that I don't think are intended, and like really catch people off guard in ways that I don't think are intended. So it's a bit its visuals are a bit of a kind of busy visual soup, and it's not very well optimized. Otherwise, I had an incredible time. I thought it was fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted in a first-person 40K shooter, because a lot of Warhammer is from the perspective of like superhuman type dudes, like Space Marines and whatnot. But it's not very often that we get a game, especially a game, but any kind of media really, from the perspective of just like normal people, or the settings equivalent of just like normal people. And it was actually really, really pleasant. It was very cool.
I will say again what I said the first time you told me about this game, which is hail the forces of chaos,
Ready for a firefight, brother, and drop those
I'm gonna
death to mankind.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Okay, my Black Crusade character is literally a homebrewed Dark Eldar.
The things you can get away with when you're dating the GM, dude, it's bananas. The things you can get away with.
No, dude. I feel like Owen gets so bored with stuff that any time tabletop is involved, he will go out of his way to like help people make characters. Like, I'm not the only one that he will fucking babysit along.
Oh. This sounds like... Oh, never mind. No, I don't think that joke would land well.
Yeah, no, it sounds like he really enjoys GMing and making sure people have fun and kind of get to do what they want.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And also. Oh. Where on earth is this guy? Dude, how did he just let us all... Where'd he go? Oh! Absolute bullshit that I got credit for that kill, by the way. Our fucking ally was like hitting him with a sword when I shot him. He absolutely should have gotten that. Come on. Phalanxes.
Charlie is in my lap right now and is just the most precious.
Charlie, good kitty.
You know, her little eyes are closed. And she's falling.
It is wild every now and again to catch myself while I'm playing Destiny being like, man, it's insane that I know what's happening on screen right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is why I couldn't keep playing Destiny with you. I couldn't keep track of what was going on.
You know what, dude? I don't blame you. There's a lot. I was literally just complaining about how Darktide is kind of a visual soup, but it's because everything in Darktide is like really dark and grimy. Destiny is
Yeah.
also a visual soup, but it's a visual soup of particle effects.
Yeah.
The thing about that, though, is that because it's a visual soup specifically of particle effects, if you know what each particle effect is, then like you're never gonna get lost. You know what's going on.
It's an extremely complex neurological map to develop.
Well, I've played a couple thousand hours of this game, so I think it's safe to say that I have developed it.
Mm-hmm.
Why were you coming after me with a primary weapon, my man? Like, I respect it, don't get me wrong, but what are you doing? This is not the time for that. You're invading. You need to cheat, dude. Like, if I'm invading, I'm going in there with power weapons. I'm going in there with my super activated. You're only going to see me using my primary weapon if I feel like my primary weapon is actually the best tool for whatever, like, range I happen to pull it out at. See, our allies invading them, but they're not really invading us, so what are you boys doing? Why aren't you invading us?
I hear footsteps on the stairs. Oh, it's Jacob.
It's Yakub!
I'm streaming. I'm on stream.
La victoire.
Oh, that's good.
What's Jacob doing?
Dark Age.
Oh, he's in the kitchen.
I don't know.
Looks like he's getting a drink, lady.
What they doing over there?
What they doing with her? I don't know. Chaplin's licking his butt. Charlie is in my lap, like literally melted across it. Not even curled up, like melted across it.
Chaplain, stop licking your butt.
Oh no, he's going at it, dude.
That's how I know my boy's an incel. He doesn't have someone else to do that for him.
He's an inner.
Chaplain.
Oh.
My little incel boy.
And Freddy's just doing that thing where she licks her paw and then swipes at her face to clean herself.
Oh, kitten.
Very creepy.
So I have a second vote in my Discord for me to do an OnlyFans. It's a second vote of confidence. How many cats do you guys have? We have 3. We have 3 cats. We have 2 tuxedo littermates who are named Charlie and Chaplin. And then we have a rescue who is a Tabby Mao mix named Freddy. We got the twins first.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Charlie and Chaplin first, and we had them for maybe a year when we ended up getting Freddy.
Yeah, it was
I-
something like that.
I had a coworker who she was a barn cat on his property, but she hated it. She doesn't make a very good barn cat. But she hated it, and he didn't want to let her inside because I guess his wife was allergic to cats or didn't like them or something. I don't know.
She was allergic.
Was she
and
allergic?
they had dogs.
Yeah, and they had
Yeah.
dogs. So they were like, "Oh, well, you have 2 cats, right? How do you feel about a third?" And initially, we were really hesitant.
Yeah.
I was really hesitant because I was like, I don't know if we have space for a third, but Amy put in the hard work to get it figured out. At that point, I was still doing long haul driving, so I wasn't really home when it happened. But Amy put
You
in the
weren't home when I got the first 2.
right. No, I was also on the road when you got the first 2.
I know.
I was on the road when you got all 3 animals, but Amy put in the hard work to acclimate them, and and now the rescue loves me more than anyone else, for some reason. I don't know why, but I will take the compliment.
Scorn approaching.
I know.
Do I see some freelance gambit?
You do see some freelance gambit. I tried drawing, but the tablet kind of pissed me off, so I decided to stop.
It's unfortunate.
No, it's a technical issue. I'm gonna have to figure it out because I really want to keep drawing, but technical issue is just a bit rough right now.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I decided instead of continuing to get angry about it literally on stream, I would solve it later when I'm not on stream and not under the pressure of doing it in front of a bunch of people, and just hopped on Destiny because why not? I'm in the mood to do nothing, which means I'm doing Gambit. Oh! You know, other people who feel like doing nothing jump on the Crucible. I get in Gambit.
What is this?
I would have kept playing Darktide, but I'm pretty sure that you know, the closed beta's done. So I couldn't get back on Darktide even if I wanted to.
Sunday, and it's like Monday night.
Yeah, yeah, I have a really I didn't even bother trying, but yeah, I'm assuming it's just done. My moats are full, I'm just helping my allies get kills. There we go. Now I want to make a cat sanctuary where I'm old and decrepit. I mean, I wasn't planning on having, I don't have a cat sanctuary because we've had a couple other people ask us if we want their cats, and I just told them no. Like, we just were honest with them and went, no, we don't have a sanctuary, we just happen to have a couple more than we were planning on. Or not a couple more, we have one more than we were planning on. Fuck off! Oh, the guy got there just in time. God damn it, dude. I put in so much work killing all those goddamn blockers.
Yeah. Hey, at least he wasn't using a Zenith page.
I don't know what he was. Aisha's Embrace. I think that's the raid machine
That's
gun,
a
right?
trial scout rifle.
That's a trial scout. Okay.
Yep.
Let's kill that. Tip, guy, die, please, love of God. I've shot you a couple times now.
Look at that. Hello.
Now, yeah. But no, Gumger, I'm not old and decrepit. I just turned 30 in like a month.
Ugh.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Peek with that scout, you little bitch. Got him. I've been playing Halo, which means my aim in Destiny is sharp.
Can I steal this borrower?
I probably could actually play Crucible right now and I would be pretty okay. There we go. We'll jump in here really quick, see if we can do some damage, slow them down a little bit. Or he could just pull out a sword and end me. That could happen too. I wasn't saying you're old, I'm just having... Oh, you just had the thought because we're talking about guys. Yeah, fair enough. I mean... I don't know. I'm in the middle. Age-wise, I'm in the middle of my polycule. I think actually middle of the whole polycule, including my partner's partners. I'm on the young end of my polycule. Because Amy's older than me. Naomi's older than me. I think Naomi's about Amy's age. Owen is, I believe, older than the both of us.
Yeah, he's a little bit older than me.
Jacob is also older than me. I think Jacob's also about Amy's age.
Yeah, he's a couple months older.
Wow. I was trying not to get hit by his sword, but
Okay,
I got 3 kills that invasion though, so I think I did my job there.
I will say this about Owen though. He's not that much older than me,
Ooh, and I shut his ass down, dude.
but he has the essence of like a 70-year-old sometimes.
You guys are very welcome, by the way. I saved that game with my invasion. Let's go.
Woo.
3 kills. Love to see it. River is younger than all of us. But Naomi is older. I think Naomi's your age, Amy. You guys are close enough.
Yeah.
So I'm almost the baby of the entire polycule. Unless Naomi is also dating someone younger on the side, and I just don't know who they are.
Nah.
I know you had a couple of buddies you like fooled around with at least that one time, but I don't know any of their ages. I assume they're your age.
One's slightly older, one's a bit younger.
Mm.
So none of my stuff died. Is David bottom line?
Is that?
Yes, he is.
And it's awkward to have this to ask this on stream. You can tell me to shut up, but is that do you not, are you not otherwise like engaged? Engaged might be the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
How do you mean?
Like, am I your only like boyfriend? Is that how?
At the moment.
Sorry. You're certainly allowed. I'm gonna be a little smug for about 5 seconds. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, honey, this is very awkward on stream.
I'm allowed to be smug on
sorry.
stream. That's fine.
No, the whole thing. I bruh. I didn't realize your streams got this like personal about
I talk about everything.
everybody. Dude.
I don't dog sus, and that's about all I do.
Damn, dude.
You're a much more private person than I am. I should keep that in mind.
Please?
Yeah. You good?
Thanks.
Okay, so far it looks like he's done.
Enough fooling around. Scoring approach.
Can we win twice in a row? Find out this time on Dragon Ball Z.
Unlike the fallen, the scorn and giving up on a better life takes a teach.
If you guys want to know how to get good at Destiny, the answer to that question is play other games. Play other shooters that have more strict aim assist, and then come back and play Destiny, and you'll be unstoppable. People will be like, he has an aimbot on. It's like, no. I just... T-Rex arms. The T-Rex arm curse. Man, there's not a lot of room to maneuver here. My allies keep pushing me around. So how's everyone in the chat doing? What are you boys up to this fine day on this surprise stream? Because it is Monday. I will probably also be streaming tomorrow, but I wasn't able to go to the gym today because I'm sick and I got mad about it. And I was like, I want to do something productive. So I'm going to stream so I can pretend that I'm like an adult who does things. Stop putting down the invulnerability shields. I'm going to kill you. Honestly, not great. Uh-oh. You got school problems? Something like that? Naomi, as soon as you said xenophage, someone invaded me with a xenophage.
Mhm.
Why would you do this to me?
I mean, it was a couple of minutes ago, really.
Yeah, but like jet lag. You're all the way in the UK.
Yeah?
It took a minute. Let me back
I
in
don't know, I think these things are unrelated.
I think you would think they're unrelated. I don't want to fill the chat maybe yet. Maybe alright.
Watch it. You're shedding motes.
Up to you, my man. How do they move? Turns out the answer to that question is no, we cannot win 2 in a row. Which, I don't know, I might be wrong. We might pull this back. If our ally's a good invader, then that guy, he might shut them down for a while. Oh god, I want to cough so bad.
I think I'm gonna hop off and watch the X-Files then.
Well, you have a good time, baby. You enjoy
will.
the X-Files. You tell Mulder and Scully I said hi.
Bye, Naomi.
Bye-bye.
Jesus. Oh, it finally hit me. Fuck. Oh my god. Ugh. Holy shit. Ugh. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's mess around with the build a little bit. Mess around, do something different. God. Oh, man. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Okay. Oh. God, I'm so glad I got that coughing fit out of the way. Goodness gracious. No, sorry, dude. Every single one of those coughs gave me a headache that just like spiked like a motherfucker, like that. And I was so hesitant. I was like trying to hold it back that whole time because I knew that was gonna happen. I could like feel it in my essence. It was like, dude, if you cough, your head's gonna kick you in the ass. You know what?
That's not good.
It happened, and it happened, and I'm glad it happened, and I'm glad it's over now, because goddamn, I needed to cough so bad. That was rough. We're back. We're back at it again. What are you dancing to? I said back at it again. Oh wow, really? That's really far back. Jumped way down in the Wayback Machine.
Hostiles inbound at the beach.
Okay. Oh, what was it? You hit the wrong angle if you want them to see you dancing on me.
I'm not trying to dance.
You have a good time.
Incoming wave through.
I'd like to deeply apologize to anyone in the chat who's offended by the presence of stasis on your screen, but I really, really like Stasis Titan. It's kind of fun. I don't know why I activated that shield there.
I just forget stasis exists most of the time.
I really, really like the Stasis Titan. I think it's a ton of fun. For the curious, I thought it was a ton of fun and started playing it after they balanced it.
High-value target is on the field. Hunt it down.
I was not one of those guys who was menacing you in the Crucible with it. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, the wizard was right behind me. Part of why I like my stasis build so much is because it makes me damn near invulnerable. So I'm not used to PvE enemies actually successfully killing me while I'm using it. Even Gambit enemies. Don't let anyone tell you this. Don't let anyone tell you that Gambit enemies aren't that hard to fight, because like they're basically on the same level of general difficulty as like raid enemies. Gambit enemies are actually very hard as far as Destiny's PvE enemies tend to be.
Yeah.
Of course, the guy's right where I came from. Where is this guy at? Aha. That poor guy, dude. Got his ass with a magnet pistol, dude. Let's go. I'm really glad my team and I seem to be on the same page as far as not using the supers on this guy until we've at least got a couple waves in.
That helps.
You'd be amazed how many people recently have been ignoring that.
I mean, I think people usually ignore it.
Yeah, it's annoying. I do have mad respect for that guy who came in here with fucking, I do have mad respect for the guy who came in here with Outbreak, though. That guy is a champion. Whoever you are, if you're playing, or if you ever see this stream, the guy with the who brought Outbreak perfected to Gambit, I appreciate you. And you know what? You've inspired me. Do I have Outbreak on me? No, I don't. I should have known that. Well, we're gonna go get Outbreak. We're gonna go to the helm. We're gonna go to our... Actually, hold on. I have Dim. What am I doing?
I was wondering.
It's been a while. It's been a little while since I've actually played this game. Oh no, my Outbreak isn't leveled up. That's unfortunate.
Doesn't matter, Gambit doesn't have light level.
I thought they did. Did they change that?
It's not had light level for a very long time.
But I remember they did.
The PvP side of it, I think, did at some point, but it hasn't had it in PvE for a long, long time. But it did say on the director that it had light level enabled, I think purely because of the PvP side of it, which made people think that it did in the PvE side of it as well.
Okay. Well, it's good to know, I guess. Thank you. You know what? Why did I put that on? Let me change this. Okay. We brought Outbreak. Well, I'm gonna take your word for it, my love, and if I find myself getting absolutely fucked up because the power doesn't line up, I'm going to, I don't know.
That would be a new thing, if they've enabled it. Because I've played quite a lot of it, like, even ever since, like, they did sunsetting and stuff, I, you know, still played with sunset weapons in there. this asteroid going to hit?
Okay, for people who saw that, I promise that's not a butthole that you saw there. That's a bunt cake. That's a bunt cake, not an asshole. Sorry, I did screen share and then I opened up a window and moved it over to the screen that's not being shared right now. And didn't notice that on the window that I moved is a bunt cake, which got posted there specifically because it looks like an asshole. So I have to clarify.
Butt cake?
A bunt. B-U-N-D-T.
Okay, I was like, oh, are people making cakes that look like butts?
No, I mean, yes, they are.
Butts now?
I mean, yes, they are, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
I have no doubt they are, but that's not what was being discussed.
Oh, the asteroid smacked through and killed 2 cleaning bots. That's great.
You know the hive in this system are scared of you. I don't know what you did to them. It worked.
Oh, and it destroyed the teleporter there.
Lock and load, hot
Better.
shot. Get those motes to the bank. I like it. Hostile. Incoming at the depot.
For people who don't know, you can, as a Titan, as a Stasis Titan, if you put down the the Stasis Crystal Grenade, and then overlap the crystals with your barricade like you see me doing, it's basically the Titan version of Shadow Dive. Like, it works effectively the same. It takes a little bit of setup, so it's not quite as fucking insanely OP as the old school Hunter Shatter Dive. Because part of what made the old school Hunter Shatter Dive OP was you could do it like literally instantaneously if you wanted. Oh, why did I do that? Alright, so I'm not butchering the mobs nearly as easily, because when I had that SMG, I was fucking absolutely laying waste to enemies. Actually, I feel like I am being limited by my light level. I'm not gonna lie, Naomi. I think it is actually being a problem. Because I feel weak.
No doubt.
That is my luck. Actually, you know what? That's just destiny for some reason. It's been doing this to me ever since they had that first, like... They're like, oh yeah, we fixed a bunch of the DC issues for most people. Not for me, you didn't. And most of my other video games don't do this to me. Okay, we're going to... Yeah, incomplete match. Get the fuck out of here. We're going to go to... here, maybe collect some of those rewards from Hawthorne, and maybe I'll get lucky, and one of those will be a kinetic weapon that I can use on my Outbreak. Because I do want to use the Outbreak. Hang on a second. I'll bring this, I guess. That might help things. I didn't notice the butt kick until you brought it up. Well, I mean, someone would have noticed eventually. Someone, I'm streaming, man. I guarantee someone would have been like, "Hey, man, why is there an asshole in your group chat?" And I'd have had to just been sitting there like, "Bitch, none of your goddamn business." That's why.
I take it as like Jacob's server.
No, it's just the house chat. Amy actually is the one who posted that. Yeah, Amy is the one who posted that. It's just that, yeah, we have a house chat. Everyone who lives in the house, me, Amy, Jacob. Curtis is in there too, but he is not active and doesn't really participate in it unless you ping him for something like you need. Because the idea was we originally used it for like
What can I do for you?
anytime we needed to have it, like ask someone a question about the house or whatever, or like chat about the house or whatever. Wow, no one dropped anything in the kinetic slot. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
What can I do for you?
Really, nobody, nothing. Hold on. Maybe Drifter's got something for me, because I'm gone down his track a little bit. God, every single time you guys see me cough, my head hurts so bad. Oh God, it hurts real bad. Like it's getting to the point where my body's having like fear reactions to the idea that I'm about to cough, because like my body's sitting there like, oh, this is gonna suck, dude. That's not a kinetic weapon. That's not a dude. Stop giving me armor. That's not a kinetic weapon either. God damn it, Drifter. What else is flashing me? Fuck. Everything's flashing at me, dude.
Hey, anytime you're looking for a firefight. What's up, hero?
How many is left there? 4 of them? Whatever, I'll just delete all the emeralds. Who cares? Actually, ooh. No, wait. Hold on. I'm wrong. I'm absolutely wrong. So, we're gonna get these Gambit and Grams decrypted. And then I can use the emeralds to make a kinetic weapon. I'm so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Guardian.
I'm the best.
Welcome.
I'm just waiting for when you go to infuse and find it makes no difference.
I mean, I hope you're right. I hope I just was fucking overthinking it. It'd be nice, but like, I felt weak. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like it.
Oh goody, it's just the one breach capsule instead of 3 this time.
Hi there.
None of those weapons, by the way. Not a single goddamn one.
All done.
That fucking bug. That fucking visual bug, dude. Man, we're an hour and a half in. I didn't really draw anything. I got really angry at my tablet. I'm playing Destiny, but I'm not really doing anything productive. Had a couple Gambit matches that all just have kind of gone by in a blur. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't feel good. I don't feel like this is very successful either. Today's stream. I got Amy being weird about privacy stuff, even though I'm just talking about things. I don't know, man. This one just doesn't feel hot. This one doesn't feel successful.
Hey there, hero. I heard you parlayed with Aramis, and she hit you with some heavy truths. Mithrax used to be a bad.
Let's see who's going to come out of this pod and die today.
What'll I tell Crow? I know Ido's pissed because her dad didn't tell her about it. Makes sense, but it don't shake me. Mithrax, he's just a fella who done something he ain't proud of. that I understand. Which reminds me, long time back, I found myself at the fourth tomb of Nezarec. Recognized these relics the first time I saw one. That's why I needed you involved. Ain't nobody I trust with that kind of power more than you. Well, after Eris, she gave me some ideas that might help Mithrax use these things for good. Whatever he does.
I love Drifter and Eris so much. They're probably my favorite couple in like any kind of media. I love them so much.
Finding the last few relics and killing us all. So, get on that.
Okay, give me a kinetic weapon. Give me... Yeah, sure, whatever. Like that. That's not a kinetic weapon. Okay, and I can't build one either. Except I can... Okay, Hake. Hake does kinetic weapons. There we go. I knew I planned that one right. I'm a genius. Okay. Alright, now it's time for Naomi to be smug. I'm going to do another Gambit match, and it probably won't feel any different. But it doesn't matter, we're going to do it anyway. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I think Jacob might have been right. I think this is actually the worst part of a cold, is when your throat gets all fucked up and acts up. We're talking about it, and I thought maybe the worst part of a cold is the fact that, like, you can't really breathe because your, like, shit's all clogged up, and, like, you realize, like, oh, man, I've been taking breathing for granted. But, like, I don't know, dude. This cough is just the only thing that's really sticking with me. I'm still kind of stuffed up, but, like, not nearly as bad. But this cough's got me recoiling like a coward, and I'm sitting there thinking maybe Jacob was right. I don't know, boys. We'll see what we want to do after this Gambit match. We'll see how we feel. I might switch to a different game. Might switch to World of Tanks or something. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. River, if you can hear me, I'll switch to the other tank game. Actually, if you ever, River, if you are listening, if you ever want to get together and try to get me into War Thunder, you are welcome to try and poison me. You try to give me that brain poison. You can try it out. I'd be happy to play it with someone.
Brain poison.
That's how they seem to view it. River, anytime River tweets about playing War Thunder, they're like, I'm gonna play War Thunder, and like, it's memes about how it like hurts their head and makes them feel awful all the time. You know, it's the iconic memes of like, I hate this fucking game. You know, continues to play the game 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Unload, hotshot. Get those moats to the bank.
Oh, no, no. Ah, Arbalest. Fucking auto-aim instant killer, dude. I was trying to hit him with my fancy feet. I should not have pushed the moment I heard that noise. You guys heard the shock in my voice, too. I heard the noise as I was midway through the push, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. No, that you could hear it, dude. I like, recognized it. I recognized that we had a problem. I knew exactly what was going on. It was too late for me to actually stop it. God, the damage output on this is not nearly as high as I was hoping. That was a really awful grenade. Ugh, jump in the... Teammates, there you go. Follow behind me, man. Get all those modes. I dropped them there for you. I dropped so many modes for you, dude. Just grab them all. What are you doing? Okay. Man, that just... I don't know. I felt like I couldn't do the one man like I wanted to. Because, like, I don't know, man. I felt like when I had that SMG build, I could, like, just dive headfirst into a wave of enemies and, like, really fucking savage them. But I don't know. That Outbreak build, I don't feel like I have the same level, like, one-man army potential. So. I'm off. You did make it. It's a surprise Monday stream. I don't usually stream on Mondays, but we're here. Hi, I'm back. Hi, River. Hi, cutie. Yeah, no, Moth. Today was a surprise stream. I wasn't able to go to the gym today because I'm very sick and I feel like shit. But I still wanted to do something productive. I was gonna draw, but I got really mad at my tablet pretty early on in the stream and stopped. So. Now we're just gaming. Did some Destiny. I didn't really feel like I was doing that much there. Didn't feel very productive. Didn't feel very... I don't know. I just didn't feel very great about it. So now we're hopping on World of Tanks, and hopefully that's better. Oh, River, you were away because you're making food. Okay, you missed me say if you wanted to try and infect me with the War Thunder brain rot, you were welcome to try. Let me double check. I think I still have the game installed. No, I don't. Whatever. I could probably reinstall it. I would never do that to you. I'm pissed at my YouTube did not notify me. You have notifications on for me? That's very nice of you. Yeah, no, I don't know what's up with YouTube there. Yeah, I would never do that to you. I mean, that's cute. Up to you. I'm playing the other tank game, so. Dude, there's so much new shit they added since the last time I played this game. I don't care about all this like battle pass shit. Oh, let's jump in the Chaffee, boys. Oh my god. Oh, the awful headache spike every time I cough. It's incredible. It's YouTube. They're chronically stupid. I mean, they are very chronically not giving people updates that they ask for. That is definitely true. I think Jacob's going to have a video out here within the next couple of days. The first one that he's worked on in a hot minute. Because, like, YouTube's been so rough on him as far as, like, basically just refusing to even tell his own subscribers that he's, like, put out videos. That every now and again, someone will be like, oh, man, you're still making videos? I thought you stopped. I haven't, gotten an update. Like, YouTube hasn't told me you've uploaded in, like, 5 or 6 videos. I thought you just were done. And every single time he hears that, he's like, dude, I want to die. I hate this shit so much. I feel really bad for him, because that does suck a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, it's absolutely understandable why he would just, like, really get fucking sick of making YouTube videos if it just keeps doing that to him. Why is my ping so high? What the fuck? That's not real. Oh, there we go. It's gotten a lot lower. It's gotten lower now that the match has actually started. It's still really high, though. That's higher than I'm used to dealing with. Where on earth am I doing this match in? Am I in Russia? Like, am I in a Russia server? What's going on here?
I think my YouTube chat is a bit weird because I sometimes hear you responding to messages like 10 seconds before they appear, or sometimes.
Do you
Like,
have
I
it
think
set
the
to
last thing-
top chat, or do you have it set to live chat? At the top of your chat box, does it say top chat or does it say live chat?
It's at top chat.
Set it
What
to
the
li-
fuck? Why is this a thing?
It sets it to top chat as default. I have no idea why. I think top chat is garbage, and it basically doesn't work as intended. Take it
I
off.
was literally about to say, like, it sounds also like some messages you respond to just don't show up for me, and I was like, no, they're literally not showing up because of that. This is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The top chat live chat thing is very dumb, but it will basically always set you to top chat to begin with anytime you turn it on, and you have to like set it to live chat manually. I've noticed you have no choice but to do it yourself.
That is insane.
It's very dumb. Yeah, who wants that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why there's like different chats or who would even ask for it.
It's just like, here's a chat. Bits of it randomly disappear. Have fun.
Yeah. We're gonna just randomly, arbitrarily decide which comments are like worth something and which ones aren't. That's like a normal thing, right?
But when I talk to her, I've had to write the code to do that. To just be like,
Who hurt you?
That must have been like not. It must have been a bit of a trip to write, because just deciding the criteria.
Oh yeah, no, it's bananas. It's really dumb. Man, I don't know what to do to actually affect some kind of change on this match right now. I feel very unable to do anything because of how high my ping is. I feel like kind of helpless and powerless right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna die. Yeah. I feel very, very helpless because of how high that ping is. I could have been the top vehicle in an excellent position. I still would have felt kind of helpless because of how high that ping is. That is absolutely not practical to play with. Hopefully it's just a one-match thing. Hopefully that's, like, not something I'm going to be dealing with. I see shit like this saying it's bad for 2 seconds for remembering my school's network. Like, I legitimately can't think of a cybersecurity issue that's worse than my school's network off the top of my head outside of smart homes. Yeah, I sound like a bit of an old man sometimes. I feel like right around the time that streaming got popular was around the time that I kind of stopped keeping up with a lot of technology. Like, I still have an old iPhone 6S that I'm basically running into the ground. Hold on. Where the fuck is SA? South America? Why do you have me in South America?
South America shouldn't even be that bad, considering you're in America.
What the fuck? I got sent to Brazil!
It's still like the same continent.
No, it's not! Babe! Brazil is about as far away from me as I am from you. Just north and south as opposed to east-west. What the fuck were they doing sending my ass to Brazil? God dang, you getting sent to Brazil, boy. Gulag training? Yeah, dude. What the fuck? I mean, I don't even like that the only other option I have is US Central. I would Oh, I'd much rather that there was a West Coast server I could go to, but apparently that's not an option anymore. I'm sitting here. This is anti-Cascadia bias. This is anti-Cascadia bias. This is a hate crime. This is a hate crime based on my geographical location. Why is my ping still set to 8? Okay, it must be during the countdown. If my ping doesn't go back to sub 100, like when this countdown's done, I don't know what to tell you guys. I might have to just play something else. Which is really unfortunate. Alright, we're going low. Hey, sub 100, let's go! There we go! There we go. That's normal ping. That's what we're here for. Oh yeah, no, rubber banding is not fun. Can I get a quick early spot? That'd be cool. Very weird to be using my T-34 as a scout, but I do have the binocs on it. not really much of a position to fucking help anyone right now. Well, I should have taken that shot. That was a bad shot. I should have taken it. Wow. Man, he fucking hit me, didn't he? Oh, of course. We're not having a great time, boys. I'm trying my best here, but I keep making mistakes. God, this reminds me of... What the fuck is Tanky Online? Is that some, like, shitty Chinese knockoff of this game? What is that? The shitter World of Tanks? Yeah, dude, it sounds like it. Just with the name alone. Tanky Online, dude. Does everyone just get together and share their worst political opinions? I have literally one single hit point left. Oh my god. That is insane. How did I do that? Oh my god, I have literally one single hit point. Yeah, he got me. Back now, look at this game there. The gates and the trees and stuff weren't physical objects. Yeah, they are now. And when it comes to the trees in particular, if you knock down a tree, you can, if you knock down a tree, you can use its leaves, and its like canopy as like a bush to hide in, which is kind of neat. So it gives you a little bit of like tactical versatility. It is pretty cool, yeah. I mean, if you're like really, like, if you play this game a lot and you're like really autistic about it, you can like probably take a guess that a dude is hiding behind a knockdown tree and like put shots into it. But what are the fucking odds that guys are gonna know these maps well enough to be like, that tree's supposed to be standing? In War Thunder, if you knock over a tree 9.75 out of 10, it lands in your tank and makes it impossible for you to see. Yeah, World of Tanks, as far as like actual quality of life, I feel like World of Tanks gets things a lot better than War Thunder does. Everything in War Thunder feels so light. I remember that when I tried doing some of their tank stuff, some of their like, maybe it's because I was at the low levels, so I was driving things like M3 Stewarts and whatnot. But like everything felt so light. I could like, if I like made the wrong move and I turned a little bit too quickly, then like I would immediately like throw my tank over on its fucking side or something. Like everything felt like really, really like light as a feather. I think early tanks are just like that. It could be. Oh, look at all the things I'm spotting. Put the damage in, boys. Give me the points. Yes. Yes. Give me the points. Yep, no, I knew as soon as I took that shot I'd have to move. They get much heavier as it go on? Okay, that's good to know. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that didn't get me spotted. Finish that guy off. Oh, hey boys. Can I put shots into any? Wow, man, you are really flying, aren't you? Oh, wow, wired to my shotgun. Not sure where that shot went either. As you can tell, probably looking at that footage right there, River, Tanks and Watt can like flip over now. Crunker was COD, Tanky was well the tanks, and somehow managed to get a shitty ripped off version of Friday Nights at Freddy 3 specifically. Dude, what the where did you go to school, Moth? What are you fucking talking about? Did you go to school at the shittiest fucking Soviet Utah? Okay, I'm sorry, that's very funny. That's a very good answer. Okay, not even Utah, like the off-brand Utah in Utah. Did you go to school in were you in Salt Lake? Were you in like, are you in like Deseret? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, make it to cover, make it to cover. You're still in school? Oh, you're a senior. Oh, have fun. That sucks. No, actually, I had a good time in senior year. Senior year was pretty rad. Man, team's not doing too hot. Let's fall back and try to help out around closer to the actual flag. I don't like doing like basically medium heavy tank shit. Come on, leave me alone. Okay, well, they're pushing, so I guess I should turn around and help out. Fuck. Apparently I'm getting a bunch of spotting damage done. I was the first guy to see some of these dudes. Oh, I pulled the trigger. I got excited on him. Okay, then Matilda can get fucked, I guess. Hehe, I love the Chaffee. It's such a great little tank. Should we make a suicide run on that fucking T-34? Because he is dangerous. And something should be done about him. I want to go to bed, but I know if I do. If you know, I mean, if you know you're only going to wake up like in a couple hours, then just don't go to bed, babe. Just hang out. I got you. Alright, we got that T-34. Just vibe, but I wanna. I'm sleepy. Oh, well, fair enough. I mean, if you're sleepy. If you're... Oh, shit! If you're a sleepy baby. I don't think I'll be on still when you do wake up. I'll probably be in bed by the time you wake up. If you do wake up in 2 hours. You'll quickly learn that I am the sleepiest non-binary. Yeah? I am kind of familiar with what that's like. Oh, okay. He saw me. Oh, bro.
It can be a bit like that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, right, we got him.
I mean, I napped earlier, even though I only woke up at like 7 in the evening.
Yeah, I keep getting involved with people who have like really, really crazy sleep schedules.
I just think I was gonna get up at 3. And then just like slept another 4 hours. I think I slept like a total 10 or 11 hours. And then I was tired again. And now it's 4:30 or something.
I mean, I am always willing to be a pillow for any of my sleepy partners. Amy can confirm this. I do it for them all the time. I'd like to do it more, actually, but we don't. It doesn't happen as them being sleepy and me being awake doesn't happen as often as I would like. You've inspired me to reopen War Thunder to stay awake. Oh no. You're getting exactly what you wanted, but at what cost? At what price? You know what? I won't complain.
I haven't played War Thunder in years.
Yeah, no, I haven't really played it in years either. And I didn't get very
Remember-
far into it when I did play it.
I basically jumped from Lord of Tanks to it because it had like much better simulation and things and gave you a lot more info.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a lot more realistic. Definitely, it's much more of a simulationist tank game than World of Tanks is. World of Tanks is really like arcadey. Who has spotted?
Hello.
Oh hey, hey cutie, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi, I'm EB, but I also have War Thunder open, so I really chose the worst of all the options available.
Yeah, you at what cost, really? I definitely. Part of me cannot condone this action, but also, I am happy that you're here.
Yay.
So I will take it. Man, this gun is just. This gun is not doing its job.
I mean, you are in a Chaffee. It's like wet.
Oh, this isn't the Chaffee. It's a T1.
Oh no, that isn't the Chaffee. My mistake.
It's a little Russian tier 3.
Yeah. I remember grinding through the Russian. So the first tree I ground through in War Thunder was the Russian tree. So I remember that little guy. That small fella.
This little dude is a T127. This is a premium reward tank that I got for my many years of dutiful service back when I
Oh, nice.
played this game in college. This is basically the Russian version of the Locust, but it's like a little bit slower and a little bit better armored. But the armor plating is shaped about the same, and the gun is about the same.
Noticed.
Man, I am not in a good spot. Yeah, no, I wasn't going to get out of that one alive. That's fine. I'm working on the American light tank tree. Because I want to get a Walker Bulldog.
Oh, nice. I'm actually grinding the American tree as well.
Which one? The
Well, so in War Thunder, it's less like, I guess there are like different trees within it, but it's much less like structured. Like this one is vaguely medium tanks, one is vaguely heavy tanks, one is vaguely like tank destroyers. But for instance, like the M2A2 is technically in the tank destroyer line for the Americans, for instance. So technically I'm grinding the tank destroyer tree because that has the M60A2 starship in it, which is my favorite tank. And that tree ends in the Striker.
M60A2 Starship. Sorry, I'm doing some Googling. I'm gonna see.
Oh, good.
Okay, that is the... Oh, that's rad. That looks great. That looks like... God, that's cute. That's very cute. It's got a tiny little barrel. Look at him.
Yeah. Well, it's got a tiny little barrel because it was designed to be able to shoot both traditional cannon shells and guided missiles out of the barrel.
Right, because the Sheridan does that, right? It shoots tow missiles out as well as shells.
It was part of the Army's launcher gun system, which was a brief period in Cold War tank development where no one was really sure if missiles would just completely replace cannons.
Okay.
And we now know that they didn't. However, the Army wasn't sure and didn't want to bet on one or the other, so they figured they could just compromise and have one that does both.
That is a very rare instance of the Army actually being kind of intelligent with its decision making.
Well, you'd think that, except the Sheridan and the M60A2 Starship were both failures and did not work very well.
Oh, whoops. You're gonna enjoy the Air and Armor Museum. I don't know what they have on display. I don't know, but I have a really strong feeling you're gonna like it.
I'm sure I will.
I decided not to spoil myself in finding out what they have on display. I was gonna let it be a surprise. Moth asked what games are you guys looking forward to. Darktide. I really enjoyed the Darktide closed beta. I had a really fantastic time with it. And I think it's going to be a really great game when they do the full release. I think it's gonna have... I don't think it's gonna have the best release. I think it's gonna... Because a lot of people are reporting things like bugs. I think it's gonna have a bit of a rough release. But if I'm being completely honest, everything is a fucking rough release nowadays. So, it's just the world we live in right now. Don't like it, but we are dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
I got into the beta, but it wouldn't run. That sucks. I'm very sorry. It's a weirdly intensive game. I don't know why.
Well, I think Vermintide was like that too when the Vermintide closed beta came out, and then it ran better once it was fully released.
Oh, did it? Okay, good. That's good to know. I'm really glad that it wasn't, that it's... I'm really glad that they didn't... It's not one of those things where we're just going to be stuck with a game that's like weirdly poorly optimized.
Here's hoping.
I hope you're right.
Well, I mean, if it's something like a beta version, maybe it has a bunch of debug stuff or whatever running for, I don't know, error logging or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's entirely possible.
Oh, no. Stay where you are. Come on, guy. Don't get in cover. Don't be a buzzkill. Come here, baby. I have a big gun. I want to use it on you specifically. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a thing, isn't it? Fuck, that guy crossed while I was looking at the chat. Fuck.
That's how it always goes.
Oh, that was just a poorly aimed shot. I have no about myself to blame for that one. I never played the first Dragon's Dogma, but I've heard that it's basically like really grim, like grim Dark Souls style, like as far as like the mood goes, version of Monster Hunter. You know, it's like Monster Hunter, but it takes place in like a really grim medieval setting, and you fight like big griffins and shit like that.
I thought that was just The Witcher.
Yes, that too, but like...
A grim medieval setting, Poland.
There's an incredibly funny thing I read about on TG one time, where that a GM does. He calls it the Palinka effect, where he creates, the way he world builds is he creates like a normal fantasy setting, and then he randomly puts the Balkans in it. He'll just like take a swath of land, and not like he won't make a part of it that's like the Balkans. He'll literally put the Balkans in from like
Holy shit.
from like I want to say it was like the 15 or 14 1600s or something. He has the Balkans at a point in history, and he will literally just put them directly into the setting, like they teleported there, and
Oh my god.
and all the denizens of those countries are very confused, you know, and like they're just kind of making it work. So there's always a part.
Serbia.
There's always a part in his world building where the like Star Wars style text crawl includes the phrase, and then without warning, the Slavs arrived.
Jesus.
Okay, come on. Let's back this up. That's Super Hellcats. Got my number. Aha. Oh, there's another T20. I'm not the only T20 on the field. Hey, buddy. How you doing? That's Scorpion. I'm not sure what the fuck you thought you were going to do. Yeah, back off, buddy. I'm very short, and I'm not in the mood for you right now. The T20 is a very short tank.
It's just a little guy.
It is. It's just a little guy with a weirdly big gun for his size. It's like those memes about how dudes with dwarfism have like their penises are not, they're like the size of normal dudes' penises, so like it seems like proportionally they're way bigger. I don't remember
Is that a meme?
I don't know where I heard that information, but I've heard that information a couple times. I remember hearing it.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I've heard that information a couple times. That dudes with dwarfism have like the penis size of people who don't have dwarfism, so they like seem huge. It's very funny. I think that's why I remember that information, because it's incredibly funny to me. Okay, let's back up. Gonna take some damage, that's fine. No! Whoa! Whoa, buddy! That was almost a very bad mistake. Oh, well, we missed. Oh, God. Oh, hey, well, victory anyway. Let's go. 2,000 damage done. No kills, but 2,000 damage. I'll take it. For me, damage numbers are always more important than actual direct kill shots. Basically, no matter the game, too. If my KD is kind of middling, if I'm playing like Halo or something, and my KD is kind of middling, but like I've got like a shit ton of assists, then like that I feel just fine. Oh wow, really? Okay, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Apparently my premium account ran out and I didn't notice. Alright. Question for you, World of Tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, okay, it doesn't work that way. Never mind. Disregard. I had a decent amount of credits, not gold, but the in-game free credits, and I was wondering if I could buy premium time with the standard credits at like a, less days, but you can still do it sort of deal. You can't. It's gold only, which I don't have a lot of, and I don't feel like spending the real money on it. So we're just gonna muddle along with our standard account, boys. That's okay.
Sometimes you just gotta muddle.
Yeah.
You're right?
I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm still sick.
Oh.
I like how your response was to ask you was like, hey, mine was just a laugh.
Yeah, Tim is dying, Moth. That's what's happening. Tim is dying. His girlfriend is laughing at him. That's okay. River's asking if I'm alright, and I'll take a 50%, like 50%. Oh my God, are you okay? And 50%. I'll take that. Those are not bad numbers in my mind. Oh wow, Gumger actually gave me an F. Nice. F in the chat. Let's do it. That is how I picture Naomi laughing, by the way. Even though you don't, you like laugh with your mouth closed, I can hear it. You like laugh through your nose. There's a part of my brain that just pictures you going, Man, I have no idea where I'm driving my vehicle right now. I'm not paying attention, and it's going to get me killed.
I decided to cut myself some slack and start with some planes, and managed to hit myself with my own bomb while dive bombing.
How?
Nice.
So, something I was not aware of, the SB2C does not have a bomb ejection mechanism. So if you're going straight down and drop the bomb, it just keeps going down with you. So it actually hit my propeller and knocked me out.
You know what SB2C stands for, right?
It's like, no, I can't remember.
Son of bitch, second class.
Is that true?
No, that's what they called it. That's what its pilots
Oh,
called it.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you read The Pacific, the book that the show itself is based on, the book splits a couple different perspectives. One of the perspectives is the perspective of a dive bomber pilot in the Pacific Navy. And he was piloting whatever the dive bomber was before the S2BC, or the SB2C. I want to say it was the Avenger.
I think it's the Avenger.
He was piloting the Avenger before he got put on the SB, and he loved the Avenger. He adored it. It was his favorite plane he ever flew. If it was the Avenger, but then they got put on the SB2 afterwards, and he fucking hated it. He hated it. A lot of the pilots that he flew with hated it. They preferred the Avenger in almost every aspect, and to the point that to the pilots it got the nickname "Son of Bitch Second Class."
Right, that's pretty good.
This is the part of World of Tanks match that always kind of gets me killed, is if I get a little bit excited. It's the part where we're like skirmishing and trying to like get some health damage and like set up plays. And like, if you, that's what gets a lot of people killed in this game, is if you get a little bit too anxious and you're like, no, I want to push, I want to go now. It's like, all right, well, you're about to get fucking got, my guy. You gotta wait until a couple kills get secured, and then you can move in with your buddies. As a family member of multiple, or as someone with multiple family members in the Air Force, is something I can confirm they would do. Well, this is the Navy we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aviators are aviators, no matter who they fly for.
Mhm.
I have a question, River.
Yeah, what's up?
What's your favorite sci-fi plane? If you could,
My favorite sci-fi
you get to
plane?
choose to fly a sci-fi plane. What's the one? Assume power levels are roughly equaled out.
The one from Yuka Kaze,
Okay, that's a good answer, actually. Damn.
because fucking rules.
The battle ferry, or
I can't remember exactly what it's called either.
I mean, it's
so hard to find info on it.
it's called the Yuki Kaze, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that like the pilot just calls it Yuki Kaze.
Yuka Kaze says
It's an enemy. Yeah. I saw a really cool edit of that someone put, where the soundtrack that got played in the background of that sequence was the Kill Wyvern music from the Pat Liber 2 movie.
Holy shit. I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, I want to show you that
No.
movie. It's
That's-
so good. Pat Liber 2 is so good.
I've seen a lot of like clips from Pat Liber, from the Pat Liber movies, but I've only seen the TV show.
Oh, I have the OVA. I like managed to like pirate it back when I was in college. I don't have the movies though. I would love to get the movies. I'd show them to you. They're so good. I've seen them, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have them. The Moth says the Nausicaa Valley of the Wind Plain. That's a good answer.
Ooh, that is a good answer.
You mean her like her glider? Her personal glider, or do you mean you mean her glider, you mean her like engine glider with the gun in the front, right?
I would love to fly Porco Rosso's plane.
Ooh, that is a good answer
No,
also.
it's supposed to be like super hard because it has swept wings.
That is a very good answer though. I would assume it's super hard because the engine is just standing up there on the top and it's not in any way aerodynamically viable, but like yeah, no,
I mean,
the
no,
swept,
that's based off of a real design.
is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, the things people would do to get shit in the air.
Like a lot of boat planes or planes that could land on the water had the engine above because you couldn't like put it down on the water, and it would actually like create more drag to like put pontoons. So if you just make the body a pontoon and then like situate the engine higher, that creates less drag.
Okay.
You just have to like it's just really hard to get the center of weight right.
I stand corrected.
The center of thrust correct.
That's a really cool detail, though. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi,
Yeah, the
what's your
reason-
line? Oh no, you keep.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I interrupted you. You keep talking.
The reason that Porco Rosso's plane was so hard to control is because it has swept wings, which creates superior maneuverability and allow it to go faster because they produce less drag, but they also create less lift, so the plane has to go faster.
I do remember that. Delta wings are similar. You need to go fast if you want delta wings to work right.
Mm-hmm.
That's also why the Sabre was so good. Sabre and like the MiG-19 and like that generation of like what you called tube planes.
Yeah, that like because they experimented with like swept wings before, but it wasn't until like you got real jet engines that you could actually like use them to any real effectiveness because you had enough thrust to get them to work.
That's a cool detail, though. Yeah, no, I knew about delta wings. I didn't know that swept wings had the same problem. Although thinking about it, I should have known that. It makes sense. I knew about it with delta wings because I really liked the Israeli fighters that they use in the Yom Kippur, the Mirage.
Yeah, the Mirage.
I
and
really
then
liked the Mirage.
Saddam Hussein saw that, and so it's like I need some Mirages, and so got the new Mirages before even the French Air Force got the new Mirage. And then they all got fucking clapped because Iran had the F-14s with beyond visual range capabilities.
God, that's great. That's fantastic. Oh, am I going to be able to get this guy? Am I going to live? Holy shit. We're alive. We don't deserve it, but we are alive. Amy, what's your plane? Or sorry, Amy. Naomi, what's your plane?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. The only ones that even come to mind are Star Wars ones.
That's okay. Star Wars is kind of big with aviation nerds too. Although I would have assumed you would have said the Viper. Because you like BSG.
Oh, that there's also that fucking the plane from Star Blazers, the like space fighter. That's pretty cool, but I can't remember what it's called.
Star Blazers. That's not.
Battleship Yamamoto.
Oh.
Space Battleship Yamamoto.
Yamato.
Yamato.
Yeah, you added another MA there.
I'm not a Navy nerd.
Well, it's not being a Navy nerd. I just know a little bit of Japanese. My dad grew up in Hawaii, so I learned a little bit of Japanese whether I wanted to or not.
I see.
I speak Pidgin.
Really?
I speak Hawaiian Pidgin, which is just a really shitty combination of English, Hawaiian, Japanese, and Chinese. And, like, Filipino. Because my dad grew up... When my dad grew up in Hawaii, my dad and my grandpa were both part of the generation of Hawaiians where it was literally illegal for them to learn the language in school. So there's a lot of Hawaiians, my family included, who don't really know the language. But we can all speak Pidgin. And if you can speak Pidgin, then you know a little bit of basically every language involved. Because you need to be able to pick apart what's being said to you. So when I hang out with my dad, we speak Pidgin. Because he never really... Like, his English is better now. Because he spent like 20-ish years. He spent like a little over 20 years in the Navy. So his English had to get better. But he prefers Pidgin.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool.
I have two names. I have a name in English and I have a name in Hawaiian. I'm named after my dad in English. I'm named after my grandpa in Hawaiian. Because I'm named Timothy for my father and Kimokahe for my grandfather. That's why I have the name Kimokahe written down in like Discord and whatnot. It's not,
I see.
It's not just some weird like weeb affectation. It's actually literally my name.
Huh.
Yeah. I give them shit for it all the time. I'm like, you named me after my dad in one language and my grandpa in my other. You guys have no fucking imagination. Swear to God. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. This is no bueno. No bueno, mi amigo. Not gonna lie, I thought it was a weeb thing. Thank you for enlightening me. Oh, he's right there. Oh my God. Hi, buddy. What's good? I'm gonna hit you one time before I die. Yeah, no, Moth, it's not a weeb thing. It's just my name. It's my actual literal name given to me when I was born. I just have two of them because I'm not quite as white as I look. That's also why the vast majority of things I know how to cook are Asian food, because my dad taught me. But at the same time, I am about as white as I look because my mom's Cajun. And the first like half of my life, when I was like a kid and my really early teenage years, I was living in Louisiana and Mississippi. I'm no longer allowed in the kitchen after I made muffins. What'd you do? How do you fuck up muffins?
I could fuck up muffins.
It's baking. It's just math.
I'm bad at math.
You don't even have to do anything. You just... Someone's already done it for you. Just copy the answers.
Yeah. You read the instructions and then you do what they tell you.
Oh God.
Mothfree says I used pancake mix instead of flour on accident. What? Who told you to do that?
How the fuck did that even... Like, what did that come out as?
They were both in nondescript containers. Oh, well, that's not really your fault. Now, if someone took the shit and put it in like containers and the containers weren't labeled, that's very suddenly not your fault, in my opinion. River, were you talking there? You've been quiet for a second. You might.
Oh no, I've just been focusing.
Okay, you're good.
I got dived on by a BV-155.
You're good. I know to double check now. If you're quiet for a little bit too long and I don't even hear the like kind of background noises of people involved in a conversation, I know now to ask, like, hey, is your mic acting up?
It's gonna be hard too, because sometimes I just like zone out in 5 and don't say anything.
That's okay. Oh, fuck. This Alpine Tiger that I'm across from is like a new-ish vehicle, and I don't know how to deal with it, because this wasn't around when I was playing this game years ago. So I don't know how to deal with it, but I do know that it, at least from the front, it seems like an IS in the sense that it's fucking invulnerable. And I don't know what the fuck that thing is. That tank destroyer also just looks like garbage bullshit that deflected a shot. Let's make a petition to get Moth Priest back in the kitchen. Yeah. Moths should go back to the kitchen where they belong.
Jesus. See, this sucks because my Sona's a moth.
No, that's why I said that. Because I got Moth Priest, and I know your Sona's a moth, so I wanted to like, I want to like play around a little bit with that. Thought I was being clever. I am not a male wife, says Moth. Methinks she doth protest too much. Moth should be seen and not heard. Yeah, methinks you doth protest too much, Moth. That's not what I meant, says Gamerghoul. Oh, that's what I meant. We're doing a bit now. Get with the program. I genuinely have no idea how to handle this Alpine Tiger, and the team is dying around me. This sucks. I genuinely don't know what to do with this guy. I also cannot cook.
Just wait for his transmission to break,
Yeah.
and then for the tank to be abandoned by the crew because they're all like 15-year-olds, because that's all Germany has left at this point in the war.
Well, it's not a German vehicle, but I do appreciate that.
Or is it not?
Yeah, it's called the Alpine Tiger, but so I don't blame you for thinking that it's German, but it looks like a fucking some kind of weird IS.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it looks like some kind of weird modified IS. I have no idea what the fuck.
Who named this?
I don't know,
Is
man.
this one of those like tanks that
Was like purely experimental, or
yeah,
like
or not
existed on a
made?
blueprint?
Well, I know that there's some that like where the tank's just made up.
It might be one of those. Because you're all right, they do. In order to kind of like stretch content out, they will just make things up sometimes. Or they'll be like, oh, this existed in a blueprint in someone's like garage. And it's like,
It's
oh,
like that
okay.
one fucking M113 that guy was like, ah yes, we'll attach biplane wings to it, and it'll be air deployable.
It'll work just fine.
It'll work.
Okay, yeah, we are gonna lose that. No matter we're losing 2-11. Holy shit.
The pipe bomb with homemade root beer reminds me of the people who tried to make like a gender reveal party explosion thingy and turned it into a pipe bomb.
River, do you want to see something incredibly cringe?
Do I?
Look at my screen right now.
I see a loading screen.
You'll know what you're looking at.
This is incredibly cringe. Yeah, that sucks.
I had to put the screen on something. I had to put the skin on something.
Ultra fucking, and you put it on a fucking King Tiger?
It's an E75.
Worse. Experimental King Tiger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the King Tiger is tier 8. The E75 is tier 9. I have... After this match in the E75, I'll show you my garage. I have a couple of cool vehicles in here. I promise it's not all cringe.
Apparently I heard something that like some like fucking made up document for the Lehman Russ tank for like world building was put out and said that it literally just has the same like engine as a Panther from World War II.
I straight up just ignore that because I know the document you're talking about, and the document also said that the Lehman Russ only had like 50 millimeters of like normal steel armor or something stupid
Yeah,
like
it's like
that.
what the fuck? How it only goes like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just straight up ignore that. When in my mind, when I'm like, oh, what does the Lehman Russ behave like? In my brain, it basically behaves like an Abrams until I'm told otherwise.
Well, yeah, like it's like according to that document, half the weight of like a modern tank, and also half as fast.
And it's like using homogenized rolled steel armor that's only like 100 millimeters thick or something. It's dumb. It's very dumb, and it is to be ignored.
Well, Lehman Russ were like pretty huge.
Lehman Russ they're really tall for tanks. They're like as tall as like a Scorpion in Halo. Which is taller than an Abrams, but generally speaking, is still about the same size as an Abrams.
Huh? I thought they were like way bigger than that.
No. Actually, weirdly enough, when I was playing Drunk Halo with the boys yesterday, we had this conversation. This exact conversation. I went and found a comparison image and showed it to Travis, and the Abrams and the Scorpion are almost exactly as long as each other, and actually their hulls are as long as each other. The Scorpion only looks a little bit longer because its treads stick out a bit more, but the hull itself is about the same length as an Abrams. And then in the Abrams is about 2/3 the height of a Scorpion. But most of that height that the Scorpion has is taken up by the dead space of its gun sticking up so high. So Scorpions are really tall, but the actual crew compartment is about as tall as a Abrams' crew compartment. It's just that its turret's a bit taller than an Abrams' turret, but they're about the same size. It's easy to compare the two because we know that the Scorpion has a 90 millimeter gun. That's like been a part of the lore forever. That the caliber of, or not the caliber, but the size of the Scorpion's gun is 90 millimeters. So all you have to do is take the guns and put them at about the same size difference that a 90 millimeter would have next to a 120 millimeter, because that's what an Abrams has. And then, see how their hulls turn out.
One of my people has space diarrhea, and they're just running around in like a completely exposed atmosphere, this part of the ship, just somehow puking and crapping all over the floor through that space.
Like he's having a lovely time.
I just tricked an I-85 into ripping his own wings.
Oh!
He tried to chase me down from
No!
He tried to chase me down in a dive from 5,000 meters.
Dude, you bullying him. Are you
Look, he didn't have to chase me. He didn't have to think that he could, like, outdive a dive bomber.
God, that poor guy. Oh my god, I'm dying.
I don't know what was going on, what was going through his head.
I thought he could do it, man. He thought he was the guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy. Jacob and I talk about this all the time. One of the greatest lessons that Cyberpunk as a genre has to teach you is that you are not the guy. Every single character's arc in Cyberpunk involves them learning the story, like the lesson that they are not the guy. Oh, I'm about to die. Yeah. He did a suicide push with his autoloader. Okay. I have the garage up. Let me know when you can see the garage. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna share my screen in the Discord VC so you don't have to wait for the lag. Because waiting for the lag is cringe and gay.
Just like me.
Yeah. The garage. Yeah, Moth. The garage. Let me know when you can see it.
I can see it.
Okay, so I have my Chaffee, which I love. It's very precious to me. And I have my Super Chaffee, which I also love.
What
and
the
is,
fuck?
And is also precious to me. Oh yeah,
That's not real.
You like the paint job? That's great. No, it's good. It's based. I have the T-71, which is just a stepping stone to the Walker Bulldog. When I get the Walker Bulldog, that crew is going to go in the Bulldog, and this thing's going to go away. I got the Fury, and I got it because I was playing this game way back in college when the movie Fury came out in theaters. So this is a relic. This is like an actual relic. It's just a fucking Easy 8, and it's a recreation. Its model is a recreation of the tank model from the game.
Huh.
I have a T20. This is just a vehicle that I'm going to be playing on my way through the Pershing, the Patton, and then the other Patton. Because
We love the M60.
I want the
which
M60.
comes after the M48.
And I want it. I want it real bad. Actually, I have this T29, which is also a tank that I love and I keep. That's also a real paint job. Have fun with that one. I have this M103 that I'm working on. It's a tier 9, and I'm working on the tier 10 T110E5.
I love how silly American heavy tanks look.
Yeah, it's very derpy. It's a very silly little guy. I have this Panzer 1C that I love. He's just a little boy.
Just a little fella.
He's a little fella. He's just a little guy. I have this Panther that I don't actually care about the Panther. I just want to work my way up to the E50 and the E50M. I have this Luva, which is basically just a Tiger 2 with like a shittier turret. But this thing is for making money. No, well, it's a premium. But weirdly enough, of all the premium heavies in tier 8, the Luva has the best like credit modifier. So like all you have to do is put a couple shots in enemy tanks and do like normal damage in a match, and this thing just prints money. It's weird. I had the E75 that you saw with the fucking Ultramarine skin on it because it's cringe and dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, he's back. I have this Stug.
Stug life.
Yeah, exactly. I got it way back when the memes were like a thing. This is the T-127, which is that little Russian vehicle I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I have this other one, which is an A-20, which is basically a baby T-34. And I keep it around because it's cute. I mean, look at it. It's got this... And then the T-34, it's the same body.
Guy.
And this is my T-34. I also keep it around because it's cute. And also because this is the only tank that has ever given me a 10-plus kill game.
Huh.
Based people's tank. T-3045, which I'm using as I work my way up the Russian medium tree so I can get a T-50, so I can get a T-54. I don't care about that tier 10 Object 140, I just really want the T-54. But the T-3045, I might keep this one. I don't know, we'll see. I keep this Valentine for bullying bottoms.
Yeah.
That's literally why it's why it's still here. I keep it for bullying other like tier 3 tanks because it's like very fun. I have this Matilda Black Prince for the same purpose. This is for bullying people. I got the Sherman Firefly because I just like Shermans, I guess.
I used to hate Shermans, but I've changed my mind on them.
I think they're cute.
Yeah, they're just little guys.
They're just little guys. I have the FE. I got the FE 4202. I got this tank a long time ago. When I had this tank for so long, it wasn't even a premium tank. When I had this tank, I earned my way up to it. So when they made it a premium tank, I just got it as a premium tank for free.
Nice.
Now these are my two actual babies. These are my real fucking. These are my children. Centurion 7-1 is my baby.
Centurion's pretty cool.
This is my first tier 9 tank ever. And my only tier 10 tank. The Centurion Action X.
How many tiers are there?
10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tier 10 is where like you're just in like solidly Cold War era tanks. I have this Churchill that I'm using because I'm working my way up to the Caernarvon and the Conqueror. The Conqueror is the tier 10 British heavy. But if I'm being honest with you, I hate this fucking thing. It's garbage, and I despise it. And then after that, I have a couple French tanks. I have this little thing, little AMX ELC. This is basically just for driving around fast. He's just a fast boy. I have this AMX 12T for basically the same purpose. I'm working my way up that tree. I have another Sherman, yet another Sherman, which is the M4A1 Reveloris. Revelorise? Whatever. It's French. And it has a massive gun. Its gun is so good that even though it's on a Sherman body, it's a tier 8 tank. For reference, the default Sherman is like a tier 5 tank.
Huh.
So they were like, no, we're going to put a gun on this thing that's so crazy good. We're going to bump it up 3 whole tiers, which is fucking unheard of. So it's like it's one of the most glass cannon vehicles in the whole game. Crazy good gun. And it just prints out money like the Lova does. I got this tank, this French one, the BDRG. I keep this because it looks like a Lehman Russ. Look at it.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
I even used the Sister of Battle nose art on it. It just looks like a Lehman Russ.
They just straight up have a Warhammer crossover. I guess like Wargaming does like do that a few times. They did the fucking like ship and World of Warships.
Yeah. And then I have 2 Swedish tanks that I don't know anything about and they don't matter, but they're in my garage, whatever. They're here. And that's my garage.
Nice.
Let's take out the Super Chaffee. Man, almost Jesus Christ, time passes. Okay. Almost 3 hours. I think we're gonna go for another like half hour, another couple games, and then I need to get ready for bed because I have to go to work.
I'm going to leave the Discord stream and just be in the YouTube stream just for my internet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was just so here. I'll shut mine down also. That was just so you didn't have to deal with any like lag.
It's all good.
Okay, I am the scout this time. Because this is not a tier 6 game. This is a solidly tier 8 game. So we are not doing light tank shit, we're doing scout shit. That's fine. We can handle this. God damn it, I don't know where to go to scout on this map. This sucks. I have no idea where to go. We really do be improvising. What's that Cromwell doing over there? Hey, buddy. Oh, shit. Can they see me too?
Oh, that's why it took ages for my ship to start moving. I needed one of these stupid things that I have on board called humans to go and operate the controls, and they were just being lazy about it.
That sounds like a really inconvenient part of the crew complement.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm restricted to having 5 of them now because the rest got hit by an asteroid and died, but...
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that. That sucks. Man, if I was a starship pilot, I think I'd spend like a good 3/4 of my time high. You have so much time where you're just sitting between moments where you actually have to do anything. You know what I mean?
No, it makes sense.
You're like, oh, okay. Well, I did that burn maneuver. That's done. I guess now we just sit and wait for like a week.
Hope you don't get like you don't hit that 1 in a billion chance that you get pasted by a piece of space rock the size of a baseball that's accelerated to near light speeds over the course of centuries.
Yeah. Okay. I got fucking obliterated. I got spotted. I didn't move until too late like an idiot.
Talking about that, apparently there's more asteroids on their way. I haven't seen how big they are yet.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's just a singular huge one.
I didn't actually answer what I didn't actually say what my answer would be for that question, Moth, since you reminded me on what I would want to pilot. The answer to that question, by the way, is the Imperial Thunderbolt.
I actually don't really like a lot of the Warhammer Imperium air vehicles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're too blocky.
That's fair. It's a very hefty machine. I didn't actually care much for its visuals until I read Double Eagle, and I enjoyed that book so much it made me fall in
I'm sure
love
that
with
will
the plane.
change. I'm sure that will change my mind.
Not counting that though, because the book obviously like biased me an awful lot. Probably the YF-19 from Macross.
Makes sense.
Specifically from Macross Plus. It's the one with the reverse swept wings. I don't know what the technical term is for that.
I think it's just called like reverse swept wings. Yeah. I know there's a experimental Russian plane that had it.
Yeah, I think I know. It's black, right?
No. Well, all the like picture, the main picture that I usually see of it is like white and red. It's like basically it gives you really good maneuverability, but you lose a lot of speed because forward swept wings create drag.
Right.
I can't remember off the top of my head if it like prevents you from going supersonic, but it makes it much harder to go supersonic.
I don't think it would prevent you, because otherwise, why use that design in a fucking on a Gen 4.5 fighter?
Depends on the strength of the wing, I suppose.
I wonder if we're gonna see. Have you seen the movie Stealth?
I have not seen the movie Stealth.
Oh, okay. The theoretical jet fighters that movie has, that like the heroes fly, they use forward swept wings, but when they want to go supersonic, the wings fold into the fuselage, so it turns them into like a big delta dart shape.
Interesting.
So they kind of fold like the Tomcat's wings.
I think that would be really interesting or really difficult to do because you'd be so. Not only does that create a point of weakness at the joint, because you're gonna have you have a lot of stress on forward swept wings when you're moving forward and their drag is hitting them. So you have a lot of stress on them. It's gonna put it all on that joint if they're variable swept, and it's gonna put even more stress on that joint when it has to like try to pull them in against the wind. But I suppose if you could like figure out a way to make them so they don't like just break off.
Yeah, I mean, it's very obviously like a movie magic sort of situation with those.
Well, no, it's definitely like very cool. I'm just like.
Oh no, I like the analysis. That's cool to know that it's like it probably wouldn't work. It's a decent movie. It's kind of dumb, but it's kind of fun. It's got its interesting moments. The only reason I really cared about it was because they filmed it on the USS Lincoln when my dad was serving on that ship, and he has a bunch of stories about how much he fucking hated it. It was like he was like it's the most inconvenient thing in the world being on a ship where they're filming like a movie or something, and you have to just like deal with that. It like tripled the amount of time that his crew had to spend just like cleaning everything because they had to. God, I'm about to die. I
Makes sense.
got really out of position here. He was also on. I want to say it was the Nimitz, whichever, because he served on 2 ships, the Nimitz and then the Lincoln, and then one of those ships spotted like a UFO. Basically, had like a whole UFO scandal attached.
Oh yeah,
to
I've
it.
heard about this.
My dad was serving on the ship when that happened too, and when I asked him about it, he also said that was the most inconvenient thing in the world. So anytime something crazy happens on one of these ships that he served on, and I'm like, "Oh, that's great, Dad. Can you tell me a story about it?" He would say something roughly along the lines of, "Yeah, it fucking sucked, actually. That shit was so annoying." That's about how all of those stories went. Mothpriest says, I really want to get deeper into Warhammer 40k, but I have no idea where to start. Might start from Darktide and go from there. Okay.
You got to be very careful.
You do have to be careful. You want to know where you start? This is my actual serious answer to that question. The author, Dan Abnett. Read his books.
Dan Abnett definitely like does my favorite portrayal. Because there's a lot of fucking nerds who like to like zoom way out and be like, oh yeah, it's 1 million people dying every day and everything's really fucking awful and it's just a big machine and it's evil, but don't worry, these guys are the good guys.
Yeah.
Whereas Dan Abnett really takes a more personal perspective with it.
Absolutely.
And like realizes that there's no way that like that would actually be that dark and still be both interesting and like something you could actually like read.
His version of the Imperium is very much so interesting in the context that if you're not on a world that's currently engulfed in conflict, and if you're not in one of the worlds that basically like an armory world or something that exists to feed the war machine, like if you're not on one of the worlds that's explicitly fucked, if you're like on just a normal Imperial world, then your quality of life is basically the same as what we have nowadays. Except that, like, you don't have the internet, which is probably a plus.
Yeah, but you also have, like, state-mandated religion, which is probably a minus.
Yeah. Probably. I'll give you that one. I know it's bad. I know I'm not supposed to think that the Imperial cult is, like, cool or whatever. I know it's a satire and you're supposed to think it's bad, but there's a weird part of it that tickles the parts of my brain that was like raised like because I was raised very deeply Catholic in the dirty South, so and like it doesn't matter how much I've grown up and I've kind of grown apart from the church, some of that stuff just doesn't really go away for better or worse. So there's part of the, even just aesthetically, just the aesthetic of the Imperium is like vaguely familiar and comfortable in like a weird way that I should probably analyze a bit more deeply. Like, I know it's bad. I understand it's bad. I know I'm not supposed to like. I know they're not the good guys or whatever, but like, it's still cool, right? A little bit.
I don't know. I was raised Protestant, so
It is 9:30. Don't worry. I'm keeping an eye on the clock. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And to me, both of those things sound like the
No.
same thing.
Yeah. I'll end the stream after this match. It'll be good. Sorry, I didn't realize how much time had passed.
you're all good.
It's about bedtime.
Sleepy time.
It's just kind of what it's. When you grow up in that level of Catholic, like almost all of my big childhood forming memories, for better or worse, were in a church.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember being baptized. I remember being like, I was an altar boy. I remember going through like a lot of the big. I went to a Catholic school for like, for a lot of my elementary schools. I remember going through a lot of like the rituals and being involved in a lot of the stuff and being involved in the community and like. I'm not gonna sit here and tell everyone in chat like, oh yeah, the church is great. Like I know better. But like, at the same time, I can't just ignore it all either. It's complicated. It's difficult to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Get me an angle on that Chaffee, or he could just get killed. That's fine. I mean, as long as he's dead. I guess I don't have to be the guy to hurt him.
It's funny that like we both got like opposite things from religion, whereas I like knee jerk away from it now. Because I was also raised not quite the same, but like I went to like a private Christian school, and like I was raised in a religious household. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, you're good. You're good. No, I'm cutting you off. Actually, you're the one who was mid-sentence. That's my fault. I'm of a mind with Jacob when it comes to this. I don't know if you've like seen any of his videos where he talks about religion. Basically, the human mind was kind of evolved to believe in something. There's a part of our brains that looks at the ocean and goes, yeah, there's something about that. You know, there's a part of our brain that looks at a mountain and, you know, goes, there's something about that. Despite being raised Catholic, I am not a proponent of the church. I'm not a proponent of organized religion in so much. I don't think it's inherently a good thing to have organized religion. I think you can live your entire life without any kind of religion, without any kind of organized religion, and come out a perfectly good, normal, and happy person. I just think that generally speaking, people should believe in something. But if they're able to go without, then I'm happy for them.
What do you mean by something?
I don't know. Something. Doesn't even have to be religious. Some people replace that with like, like politics, basically, like wanting to help the world and make it a better place. As long as they're actually trying to help the world and make it a better place, then I think that fills the slot. You know what I mean? Like River, you talked about being like an anarchist. I think that's about like that kind of like works. You know what I mean? Like you want to help people, you want life to be better for people, and like that affects the way that you behave, it affects the way that you think, it affects the way that you interact with the world around you. And it's bigger than you. Yeah, I don't think it has to be religion. I just think a lot of people find that in religion. And as long as they come out of it a decent person, then I don't care how they found it.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think I'm doing a good job of explaining myself here.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
I just want people to be decent. And I just suspect that... Oh, I'm going to die here. I don't have a way out of this. I just want people to be decent, and I have a sneaking suspicion that most people use religion to do it. So as long as people get religion and don't come out of it a fucking psychopath, then I approve. We got way off topic though. Moth Priest. Read Dan Abnett's books. If you want military adventure, check out the Gaunt's Ghost series. If you want spy versus spy, really kind of interesting, like even smaller scale stuff, and you get a lot of exposure of Imperial society. Check out the Eisenhorn books and the Ravener books. I think Abnett wrote some Space Marine stuff too, but I'm not going to suggest that because Space Marines are boring.
Unless they're Chaos Space Marines, then they're cool.
I don't know enough about Chaos Space Marines. Oh my god. I don't know enough about Chaos Space Marines to comment on that. I'm going to take your word for it. Remember when I was told what baptism was? I grew up pagan and still am. My first thought was that they would just drown children and then resuscitate them. That's what happened to me. Drowned for the drowned god. So, okay, as far as religion goes, I want to clarify my position here. I was raised Catholic by my mother. I was baptized against my will and against my father's will. My dad's Buddhist.
Huh.
My dad's Buddhist. My wife is pagan. Like, I don't preach to people. I don't proselytize to people. If I'm being honest, if you were to ask me, hey, Tim, do you believe in the Catholic God? I don't even think I would say yes. But, like, I don't know, man. Shit's complicated. My dad being Buddhist, I think, had a massive impact on the way that I grew up to see religion. But it is bedtime. The lights are being turned off around me. I'm being given dirty looks. So I'm going to shut down the stream. Thank you all for stopping by. I didn't realize how long this was going to go. Naomi, River, thank you very much. I appreciate you two being here.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll probably stream Tuesday, but but for the audience, don't expect me to stream Thursday because I'll be on vacation. But Tuesday is a probably yes. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.